at my sister's house last night for girls' night, but we're back and I'm much more organized this time. So I'm hoping this will go a lot smoother. If you guys remember yesterday we did this page, so now we're gonna focus on the companion page. And if you remember the end of last live, I kind of was organizing all the extra bits so I could see what I needed for each page and what they gave us for extra. So I knew what all I could pull in without kind of messing up the formula. So this is where we're starting. This is what they've designated for this page, and all of this is extra. So I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't do this before I started the first page, because I feel like we definitely could have used some of this stuff. But when I finish this one, since they're companion pages, I might pull this one back out and just see if I want to add anything. But now that I look at it, like, I like how it is. I feel like I don't have to add stuff, but you know, we can make that decision when we get there. So I think I'm gonna start this page by getting the photos matted. I went ahead and trimmed them down to the right sizes, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. And I'll probably do what I did last time and just kind of lay out the embellishment the way they did, and then we can tweak stuff if we feel like it. So we are just gonna start with that. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Very surprised at myself that I was able to do another live so soon, because usually I need some time to recuperate. It was really fun yesterday hanging out with everyone, so I feel like we're good to go. I just hope I'm awake enough, because it is 2 o'clock my time and I literally feel like it's 9 a.m. And I feel like my coffee hasn't kicked in yet, but I have my coffee. Get your tea, water, stay hydrated. Hey Amy, how are you? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Are you scrapping right now or just hanging out? I have Schitt's Creek on in the background, so hopefully you can't hear it, but I feel like I have to have something on the TV when I scrap. All right. I'm not used to using frames as actual frames, so this is kind of awkward for me. Let's see if I can do this. I'm trying to keep my sister in frame, but not completely cut off my mom, because she's holding Avery over here. This is my wedding reception. Wrapping presents. I finally started wrapping on Thursday, but I still have a lot to do. But my Black Friday, well, what happened, I mentioned this in the live yesterday, but I don't think you were able to make that one. And I went to Tuesday mornings to get wrapping paper and found this kit. And so then I got sidetracked with wrapping, which is what I should have been doing, and decided to do this instead. But, all right, there's one down. Let's get this one down. I'm glad I have all this extra stuff to play with, because I wanted to use extra stuff on the last layout and I just wasn't sure how much I had to play with and stuff. All right. I need to wake up. I need my coffee to kick in. There we go. What are you scrapping right now? You got a project you're working on? I know a lot of people yesterday were working on like December daily stuff. Look how cute Bennett is. He's adorable. He's into sharks and dinosaurs right now. Your Tuesday morning never had scrapbook stuff. That's sad. Well, mine, like literally, like the only reason I went to Tuesday mornings was scrapbook stuff. And then during the pandemic, they stopped carrying scrapbook stuff, so I stopped going. And then the only reason I went was for the wrapping paper, because I knew they had a seasonal section. And I was like, oh, well, while I'm here, I might as well check. And I lucked out. I've never used these Simple Stories page kits, but when I saw them, I was like, oh, it's cute. And I feel like that would let me chat more while I scrapped. Because I feel like when I try to do my lives, and I don't have like a kit or a plan, I just get really distracted and it takes forever. So this will let me scrap and chat by having a plan laid out for me. They don't have, I used to get all my sticker books from Tuesday mornings, and I feel like they haven't had sticker books in forever. These little perforated dots from where I punched them out are bothering me, but I feel like I'm gonna have to ignore them because even when I trimmed them down, you still kind of see them. All right, photo number 2. And then we got Bennett. All right. I'm trying to get these reception pictures done because I have one more paper collection I want to use for wedding stuff, but I want to use them more for me and Marcus photos downtown outside because it's kind of more naturey. So I'm trying to use this collection to get like all the reception stuff done because I love these pictures, but they have, a lot of the pictures have this like royal blue curtain in frame that's really distracting and kind of clashes with the colors I like to use for my wedding pictures. So I'm trying to not use my fancy collections for that because I don't want it to clash. There we go. More people. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Hoping we can be productive today and maybe do more than one page. I started yesterday's live with every intention of doing the page I did plus this one. And then it took me longer than expected. There's not enough overhang to glue this frame down. How are people supposed to use this? Hang on. Having problems with that. Need to secure this a little bit better. So does that mean you got all your Christmas shopping done, Amy? I just finished Christmas shopping on Thursday too. But I only had Bennett and Avery left, so that's why I waited so long, because I knew they would be easy. Bennett, I think I started saying this earlier and then I got sidetracked, but Bennett's into sharks and dinosaurs right now. So he's getting, my sister said he needed some pajamas and like some like T4 outfits. So he's getting a shark outfit, and the t-shirt is really cute. It's just a bunch of shark faces like from the front. It's adorable. With little blue jeans and little gray jeans, because it'll go, both colors will go with the t-shirt. And then he has a how to catch a dinosaur book because he loves reading. And then he's getting a whole dinosaur themed thing where he has these black pajama sets that have white like dinosaur fossils on them, and the fossils glow in the dark, which I think will be really cool. And then I also got him a set of dinosaur egg bath bombs, and they're huge. They're like this big, these bath bombs. And they turn the watercolors and all that stuff. And there's a little like dinosaur toy inside of the bath bomb. And the dinosaur toy glows in the dark too. So I think he'll really like that. And then Avery likes books too. He got a little, he's one, so he likes the cardboard, like interactive tactile books. So I got him one that's like a little it's a little baby book, and it's about space, but like everything has some kind of textures or something you can feel on it. And then he's got a little outfit he's a ginger, and so we love putting him in orange, in like blues and in greens. And so I got him this orange like sweatsuit that has little suns and moons on it. It's so cute. You're almost done. 2 more people. Thankfully now I have less people to buy for than I used to, because it's definitely easier now. Because a lot of people I used to have to buy for, like that you were kind of obligated to buy for, and you just didn't know them, but you were expected to get the gift, and they always stressed me out so bad because I want them to genuinely love the present, but I didn't know them well enough to pick stuff. Okay, so I have my pictures laid out. And I'm just gonna lay out what they did just so we can see how we're starting, and then I can move stuff if I need to. So they have this floral cluster here with this little heart speech bubble, which I think is cute. And that's actually adorable because this page and the next page or this page and one of the other pages, I don't know which one will be next, is about the reception and giving speeches. So my sister was my maid of honor and she gave a speech. So this is kind of her page. So it's Becca and her 2 kids and then my brother. And then this is her giving her speech. And then one of the other pages has my godfather and best man and Marcus, who gave little speeches. So, and here you can see the unedited picture of the hot pink cake for people who saw the hot pink cake layout and didn't believe how bright the pink was. It was not supposed to be that color. Literally, our cake was supposed to be like this color pink on the bottom, blended up into like an ivory, and that's the color pink it was. Oh my gosh. It's a very bright pink cake. I was like, did you not remember this was for a wedding? It's okay, it tasted great. The cake tasted wonderful. But yeah, it was bright pink. Okay, so they have a little banner up here, a little floral cluster here. This scallop along the bottom. They had this little stand here. And then they had this label too. I'm literally using the same size photos they did and it's looking more crowded than theirs. I don't know how that's happening. Maybe they're just overlapping stuff more than I think they are. And then they had some hearts scattered. So they had these hearts here and this one here. Okay. So I like this section. I like what they started up here with the banner. I don't know if I love this section, but I'm gonna start where I know I like what they did and just go from there. We have all this extra embellishment that they included that I can switch stuff out for or add. So we'll see. We will see what I end up doing. And same as yesterday, if you guys have suggestions, let them fly, because I definitely love what we came up with yesterday. I think it made the page much better than if I would have just followed the prompt. Alrighty. I do really like how they kind of give you all the pieces for this. I wish, I mentioned this yesterday, but I wish they had labeled which embellishments they had for each page, because I kind of had to fish for them. Because Close to My Heart kind of very easily has everything labeled for you, but it's okay. I think I am going to shift this gray banner over because this stand is going to cover up some of it, and that way I can save a little bit of it if I want to include it somewhere else. So I'm going to, I only have a tiny little bit to save, but I think it's just enough. If I have a cluster, I can have a little bit of extra peeking out. I need some more glue. Okay. Are you guys working on Christmas stuff right now? I always feel like I want to work on Christmas stuff during the Christmas season, but I'm never, like, I scrapbook chronologically and I'm never at my Christmas stuff when Christmas comes around. And I don't like skipping because then I have to like wait until I've caught up to load everything into the albums since it's all chronological. Label. I definitely want to add, I like the base of this cluster, but I definitely want to add more stuff. I want to pop this up on some foam. This is a big element to pop up. I think I do though. Unless I leave this flat and I have something else I layer on top. I don't know what else I would layer though, because I kind of don't want to cover up the words. Oh, the little I love us. That's cute. I definitely need to not forget about the stuff that the extra stuff. Okay. they have this photo like tucked under here. That gives us a little bit more room, I think. Okay, I'm gonna start gluing stuff down. I do have a heart over this person's face just because it's my brother's ex, and I don't know if she would want to be on my YouTube, obviously. So that's why there's a heart there to cover up her face. I'm gonna go ahead and glue down the photos because I think spatially they have to go where they're going for everything else to make sense. So I'm just gonna tuck this under. How much room did they give me? They had it a little more to the side like this. I don't like that corner tucked under. I'm not gonna scooch it over as much as they did. Like that. Like that. Okay. And then this one stacked right above that one. It's really hard for me to use these frames as frames because I really like using frames and layering instead. So part of me was like, should I just matte them in black and then save the frames for something else? But I already have a frame left over from the first page, so I don't need to do that. I have my backup phone next to me, my like old phone, so I can read comments, and it's like the movement of me in the video is distracting me. Okay, I'm just gonna stack this one like that. Then we need this cutie patootie. Go down over here. And then we can focus on embellishment. This page already is going so much faster than yesterday. I was not prepared yesterday. It's the most impromptu live I've ever done. There we go. You guys can't hear the TV in the background, right? I can definitely turn it down more. Okay, how much spacing did they have on here? They had this one out to the side a little more. That. Okay. I like it. It's pretty cute. You go ahead and glue the base of this stuff down. I'm definitely going to be adding more stuff. I don't know what yet, though. I'm trying not to use too much glue in case I need to reposition stuff once I decide what I want to add. There we go. I should have found like a royalty-free music or something to play in the background. That would be fun. Could just relax, listen to music. Okay, they had it here-ish. I know this is a little detail, but like I don't like this cream layer like peeking out from the side here, so I'm just trying to line it up so that part's covered. There we go, like that. I like that. And then this label is sticking out to the side. This is a very large label. I need to decide what's actually going on this label because I don't really have anything I need. I could use one of these circular elements or something and pop that up on some foam down here. Will this fit in here? It's a little too big. Forever and always. Oh, here's wedding day. Does that look weird coming out like that? I feel like I need to trim these corners so we can kind of mimic that ticket shape, and then it would be okay. What do we think? I'm gonna leave it there for a second so we can think about it. I definitely want to use some of the extra stuff because I have so much to do. Oh, look at the little cake one. I should use this one on this layout because it has the cake. I wish it was a smaller circle like this one, but I think I have to use the cake one, right? I'm gonna go ahead and put some foam on this so I can set it down so we can think about it. So what I do when I'm scrapping and I can't decide, I'll just leave it there and move on for a minute, and then if it ends up bothering me, then I'll move it. But if it doesn't bother me, then it'll stay. All right. Ta-da! And then they had the hearts up here. I kind of like the way they had the hearts layered. Like that. I have my puffy stickers and enamel dots I used on the other page, so I'm planning on pulling them in on this one too, more towards the end as the finishing touch, because I think that really helped on the last page finish everything out. Okay. We have 1, 2. I probably should have found my tape dispenser so you guys didn't have to watch this the whole time. Marcus locked himself in his man cave while I was doing this live, so if you hear things, it's him. If Franklin wasn't brewmating right now, he could be out here with us. He could sit on my desk and give us moral support. But I never knew this. My brother had a bearded dragon growing up, and I don't think he ever brewmated. But he, so I didn't know that they did it. I didn't know that bearded dragons brewmated, which is like mini hibernation for reptiles. And he went into brumation for like a month, like towards the end of September, like right when the time started changing and the days got shorter. I think that kind of triggered his instincts. And then he came out of brumation. I was like, yay, because I missed him. I don't like when they brumate, because you never know, like it's natural for them to brumate, but then me being like a vet tech and stuff, I'm just like, I don't like animals like not eating for weeks at a time. And it took me a while to get used to the fact like that's normal for them. So if he were not brewmating, he could have sat out here with us. Okay, and then they had this slightly overlapping this too. I like the overlapping because it helps connect the different elements, but it's like overlapping a lot and I don't want it to look too crowded. It's not looking crowded, is it? I could move stuff. Amy, you know what, same. I think we could all use a good brumation. I'd still eat too. And it's weird because it's not like, he like crawled under, he made a little, he has a bioactive enclosure, which is really nice because it's self-sustaining. Like he has live plants in there and he has little roly-poly friends and it's just completely self-sustaining. And so the, plants and the bugs clean up after him. So I never have to clean anything. So all that to say, he's got loose substrate that he likes to dig in while he brewmates, and they have this shifted over more. And he dug a little pit for himself underneath his driftwood. So I can see him in his little cubby that he dug out. And it's not like he's not sleeping the whole time. Like he's still awake during the day. He's just in there conserving energy. And I just don't like, it's hard for me to see an animal that's awake and looking at me and not eating for days. But yeah, I was at my sister's. We were at my sister's until probably almost 1 o'clock last night. So that's why I got started so late today, because I definitely could have used some brewmating this morning. I woke up at like 7:30 with a bad headache because we always have a little too much wine and went back to sleep until I think I finally got up at like noon, which I cannot remember the last time I got up that late. It has been a long time, but I needed it. My head hurt, so I wasn't gonna do anything anyways. Okay, do I want to commit to this extra cluster here? I like these pieces. This is just different than how I normally embellish and layer embellishment. Have all this stuff I could switch out with. Have all these extra hearts I could use. Have some photo corners. Extra labels. Hello there, love. That's cute. I definitely don't need these two for this one. I do, and here comes the bride. I like this little I Love Us ticket too. And these little extra banners. There's just I don't even know what this is for, but it's a little extra like gray layering piece, I guess. We'll see. What should I do next? In the companion page, like I had this cluster was over here originally and I shifted it here because I think this makes more sense. So I could do something similar and instead of have embellishment here, create something different. I could always bring in the border punch again too. That was a really cute detail. Definitely is not looking finished to me. And I don't know why it's not looking finished because this is what they did and their page looks finished. Okay. Have this extra little scallopy bit I can use too if I decide to make a cluster somewhere else. Even if I just moved it to this side. Does that look weird having nothing there? I do like how I was kind of connecting the photos. I think I want to pop, ugh, please don't tear, please don't tear. Oh no, I'm bending the chipboard. I think I want, oh goodness. Nobody saw that. I think I want to pop these hearts up on some foam. So these have dimension too. Please don't tear. Okay, did it. I think I'll like them better if there's just a lot of stuff going on here, and I think I'm gonna shift these hearts down. Oh, let me get the big hearts back on so I don't crowd it. This is reminding me of like this sticker sneeze where there's just a bunch of embellishment and it's looking cluttery instead of clustery, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna try this. We'll see what happens. Hey Pam, I was hoping you would come back and help me because I need it on this layout too. How was your Sunday? You have any plans today? I'm gonna get these hearts back down so we can see what I'm working with, but I definitely need to fix something and I don't know what it is yet. Okay, so gray heart was up here and pink heart was over the balloon. Oh, stick. Okay, almost there. Can you guys hear Marcus in the background? Ooh, notebook punch over the left-hand photo. That would be cute. And that would tie in the notebook edge punch from the other one. You mean like up here? I like that. Good. I'm glad your daughter's better. That sounded rough. COVID and the flu are like rough by each other, but then to have them together, I could not imagine. When I had COVID, I think I was like introduced to like every strain there ever was, because every single strain came through work. But the very first time I got it, I had to get a what's the machine called that you nebulizer? I had to get a nebulizer. It was rough. It was not fun. So having that plus the flu, okay. I think I am gonna shift these hearts down a little bit. I should have waited to glue them down. I think this will help. If they're a little bit more compact. Okay, I'm gonna try that. The notebook edge punch, one of my scrappy friends sent me. Kelly sent this to me. And I don't know where she got it, but I'm pretty sure they have it on like scrapbook.com. It's EK Success is the brand. But I think there's a couple brands that have it. But a friend sent that to me and I use it a lot. It is my favorite punch for sure. Okay, let me get the hearts back down. I think I do like this cluster. I mean, maybe I will leave it here and I'll branch those layers out this way. That way I'll bring it over here, but I still keep the base kind of connecting everything. Maybe that's a good compromise. We'll see. You have a snowstorm coming tomorrow? I don't want to say that. I live in Georgia. We like hardly ever get snow. But I do kind of miss like the novelty of it. Like we get so excited when we do get snow, but I wouldn't want to get snowed in or anything. I'm glad she's staying with you. Yeah, that would be awful. Like you're sick and you get snowed in. It'd be awful. I don't know if that looks too crowded now. I'm gonna leave this for a minute and I'll think about it later. South Dakota, yep. Yep. I do have, I have family in South Dakota. I was there when I was teeny tiny and I don't really remember. I remember my aunt's dogs. That's what I remember from South Dakota, but not actually South Dakota. But yeah, you get a lot of snow up there for sure. We're like the only Southerners in my family. That's a lie. I have, my mom is one of 13 and they are based in Minnesota. But they've all kind of like scattered a little bit. So we're the Georgia family. And then we have an aunt in Texas, an aunt in New Mexico who just moved to Texas. There's a couple cousins in Washington. They kind of scattered. I have a cousin in Chicago. Where was I going with that? But we're the Southerners, so we don't have a lot of that weather. But I hear about like the northern winters. I would positively die. If you guys see how Georgians react to the smallest amount of snow, you would disown us as country folk. We can't handle it. You're in shorts today? Oh my gosh. I'm literally in sweatpants now and it's in the 70s. I mean, I'm not cold or anything. I'm just trying to be comfy, but I can't wear shorts once it gets into the 50s. So I want to create the same detail in here because I definitely do want to layer this, but I don't know how to do that. An extra ticket I can use as a stencil. That's what I want. Please, do I have one? Oh, I do. Looks like I started to make an embellishment with this and then I changed my mind. See if I can use this as a stencil. I'm gonna be really mad at myself if I mess this up because I don't have another one. Okay, that worked okay. Now I have to make it even. Please be even. There we go. Yeah, so that family was born and raised in Minnesota, and then on my dad's side, he was born in England, so they're English, and they came over on a boat when he was 8. So my nana and granddad still very much have their accents, but my dad doesn't have an accent because he kind of grew up American. But his sister is the one that lives in South Dakota. And I have an older half brother that lives in South Dakota. It looks beautiful. Like when I see pictures of like the mountains and stuff up there, I feel like South Dakota is a state people sadly forget about because every picture I see is gorgeous. I could not handle the cold. I'm a very warm-blooded person. They close down and buy up all the milk and bread if it said snow. Went to UGA. Hey, Colleen, I went to UGA too, and I definitely relate to that. There's a whisper that we're gonna get half an inch, and people lose their mind. It's ridiculous. But part of it is because I feel like they're more prepared now because of Snowmageddon that happened whenever that was, and Atlanta completely shut down because the roads got ice. Like, we're not prepared for snow, and it immediately melts and refreezes as ice. So everything's covered in ice, even though we only got a tiny little bit, and no one knows how to drive in it because it happens once every 3 or 4 years. Less than that probably. So it is dangerous for us, even though there is only a small amount, because we don't have the salt trucks and the other precautions that like other places do and are prepared for it. But I think after the last time we really like Snowmageddon, whatever year that was, I think they finally were like, okay, we need to have ice or salt trucks to prepare. I would love to visit South Dakota again when it's not cold, because I feel like they have a lot of pretty, like my half brother that lives up there, they like hike all the time. They're always outside, and it always makes me feel bad for not doing more stuff outside. Okay, I'm gonna commit to this cluster. I need to use my little punch and do a little white. I like that idea. Okay. Boop. This adhesive is not wanting to stick to this cardboard. And then I finally get it to stick, and then I can't unstick it. Okay, I think I just need to scrap the white so I can do a border punch. That's probably an okay size. It's moving along. It's looking, I haven't really changed anything, but for some reason I think it's looking more finished now. Let's see how this looks. I'm really impressed with myself that I'm cutting this straight on camera, because I feel like the only time I ever mess up is when people are watching me trying to use this. So let me trim it down a little bit and we can see how this will look. Gonna tuck you under here. Please don't tear. Okay. Like instantly like it so much more. It's such a like little simple thing to add, but that's what happened on the last page too. It's such a little easy thing to add, but it really does make a difference. Okay. I think I'm gonna layer the scallop on top and have that. Should I pop this up on some foam too? Or this could lay flat. I have all these labels to use too. I could use a label instead of this little scallopy piece, but oh, you know what I want to do? I want to have it the other way around. I just mentioned on the last page I don't like the scallops going up, and then I glued that going up. Like this maybe. Oh no, this got stuck down on accident. Don't tear anything. Okay. Like that. I agree. Foam, pop everything up on foam. These collections that are very like paper based and there's not a lot of stuff with dimension, because even their chipboard is like paper. It's really thin. Things start to look just too flat. I think if you just add foam dots, it just changes it all. Okay, glad you agreed with me because I was going back and forth. Okay. I don't think I really need, I mean, all of these are wedding pictures and I think it's pretty obvious like what's going on. So I feel like I don't really need a title or journaling, but I kind of do want to add, I want to add some of these extra bits that they give you. I don't want to be at the end and like have all this leftover embellishment, which I probably will. But ooh, what if, I feel like they gave me so much extra embellishment that if I could find semi-coordinating paper, we could get a 5th layout out of this. That would be fun. Like do all 4 of their suggested pages and then make a 5th page using the leftovers and paper from our stash. I think we could do it. I'd have to try to plan something ahead though, because trying to do that on a live, it would take forever. Get so distracted trying to find stuff in my stash. If you were here with me in my scrap room, you could help me find stuff. We'd probably be fine. But me having to look through stuff by myself, I don't know. Cute, I like that. Oh my gosh, that notebook edge punch made a difference. So that's basically what they had. I already added some extra stuff down here, which I like. Let's, I have my puffy hearts and enamel dots to add, but I really want to see if there's any of this stuff. I'm really surprised I didn't get a label on here somewhere. But I don't really want to make an extra cluster because I feel like it's going to get too scattery. Because I have this cluster that leads up into this, plus this. If I have another thing here, is that going to be like too much? Because part of me just wants to add something. Just play with this for a minute. Oh, I didn't use this. Do I want to use this? Could pop that up on some foam too, or I have this black one. Hello there, love. That's what it says. This is the one that they have in the sketch. Thank you. Put the names of the people on the labels. I could, but this is also like family, so I know who, I will know who they are. Look at this cutie patootie, my little nephew. Even if I like, I don't even have to write anything on the label. I just think for a layering bit, it's really cute. Should I use one of these things? I feel like the black is blending in with the floral pattern up here. But I don't know if I'm in love with this heart one. It does add some interest, but I don't mind this little mini cluster here. I feel like it's adds some interest without being distracting because it's not a lot. Ugh. I should just leave it. I don't need that. I think that makes it too distracting. I think it's too similar of a size. I kind of like how it looks with just a label and a heart. I should do the pink heart though, because then I can add a little blue enamel heart or puffy heart. The lighter one. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's not an embellishment I would normally use, like speech bubbles in general. But that's kind of why I like using these kits and trying other things. Because sometimes I find out things that I actually like that I didn't think I would. I'm gonna commit. It's going down, it's gonna stay there. Label and a heart, yes. Okay, cool, we're gonna do that. Do we like the yellow? I have all the colors. I could do a different color. I have the same kind of minty. I think I like the yellow though, because I have these, this color puffy heart I can have here, and then I have the pink, so the pink is over here, and then I have yellow, so it ties in the yellow. Let's try it. I think we're almost done. This page was so much faster than the other one. How long has it been? Well, it's been 45 minutes. Time just flies when I'm on the live. Were you guys, some of you were in here yesterday when my sister popped on, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be at your house right now. Okay, we're doing this. I'm adding this extra little bit, and I think that will make me happy. And then we can do our puffy hearts and our enamel dots. And then maybe we'll look at this page with the first page and see if I want to add anything to the first page. I don't know that we'll need to though, honestly. I like what we ended up with. I feel like I don't want to add stuff just because I found out we had all this extra stuff that they gave us if it's not needed. Okay. Yellow label. Pink heart. And then we'll do puffy stickers. Have you guys watched Schitt's Creek? It's on right now, and it's the episode where Moira gets the town council position, and she has her first town council meeting. It's so funny. Okay. I like it. I like it. So let's do, we'll do a puffy heart there. There's so much going on over here already. I like don't know. This is just looking very busy already, so I don't know if I'm gonna make it worse by adding some of this stuff. I'm doing down here. I feel like I don't need another heart up here. And I don't know if I want one up here. I really do like having threes. So I have one here and here. So I want one either with this cluster or this cluster. I think just with this banner, it makes more sense. Like this is the most basic area on the page, so I feel like it needs to be over here. These little puffy hearts are so cute though. I just don't want to lose them in the background. But I think when I add the enamel dots, it'll help draw more attention to them. Or I could do it down here. It stands out better on the pink. I'll do that. Okay. Puffy hearts are on. Okay. That's true. You like it on the right side. That is cute because it is kind of like bloop, bloop, bloop. Now that I've added this one here though, I think I like the separation a little bit. But it does look like the hearts are like bubbling up from the balloon. That's kind of cute. So now I have the peachy ones and the mustard ones that I've been using. So I think I'm just gonna do, do a little mustard one on here. I'll do, no, do a medium mustard and then the tiny peach. And up here, I will do the medium peach and the tiny mustard. There we go. Is that okay? This one's looking weird. I think it mimics this too precisely. I think I need to change the, don't tear the paper. Oh, I did. Okay, it has to stay there because I tore the paper. It's okay, it's okay. I think it's fine. Let's scooch this up a little bit, maybe that'll help. I'm just gonna make things worse. I'm gonna leave it. Thank you, Annette. I might do another, I'm feeling good. I feel like we can do another page after this one. I was wondering if we'd only do one like we did yesterday, but I don't have anywhere to be today, so I feel like we can do another one. You could be there from the beginning of that one. Is this looking done? Do I need more things? Are we happy with this? This is, it's set up to be a double page spread, but I'm thinking of them more like companion pages, so they don't have to read as one. But these are the two pages together. So is there anything we feel like we need to add anywhere? I think it's okay. I think if I had it my way, I would have had the banners like here. But then again, I have all of this already, so it's okay. I think I'm all right. Okay, yay, everyone's happy, we're good. Sweet, look at us knocking out pages. This is the most efficient and productive I've been in like months. We've been so busy doing like the DIY home renovation stuff that I've been slacking with the scrapbooking. But I can't do any more home renovation until Marcus takes the machines out of the laundry closet, so it's incentive for me to just focus on scrapbooking. So this is our next double. So we'll start with this one. I don't know if I'm still feeling good. We can go for page number 3. We'll see how this goes. But this is this page. Where's my photo for this page? Photos, there's 2. This is the page that's supposed to be my mom at the reception. They cut off the top part of her head when I printed these, but there's like a 4x6 and there's like a smaller photo. So I think this will just be the smaller photo. Okay, so let me just lay this out how they did it really quick, like I did on the other ones, and then we'll see what we have to work with. I think this is definitely the most layery one that they gave me, because they have this layer, these 2 layers, and then this is coming out of the side, and that runs all the way to the edge. And then I have this scallopy thing, this journaling spot. This is where the photo goes. Oh my goodness, look how much of this is covered. I'm gonna have to save some of these scraps. And then if we get, and then if we get a 5th layout out of all of this, if I have extra embellishment, I can use these scraps on it. That's where photo 1 is supposed to go. And then this camera sits here with this little label and capture the love. That's cute because it's a camera. Adorable. And then this floral cluster is on that corner, and then this heart is above the smaller photo over here. So that's how they have it. So I like this a lot, actually. I don't know that I'll like this photo just kind of floating by itself. I might want to like tuck it in so that both of these photos are coming out from this part. We'll see. Let me go ahead and mat this one with the frame. I guess I framed this one with the frame is what I should have said, but this is my mom passing out the wedding cake. This is so perfect. This color pink is like the perfect pink for her dress. She was so pretty. Okay, what am I looking for? Glue. You're about ready to do your wedding. I did not stick, I used, you've been married 43 years, congratulations. I kind of have, I'm not super restrictive with my wedding stuff. Here, actually, just, I kind of stick to a color palette, but then if there's a wedding collection that I liked, I didn't stop myself from using it. Like this was a wedding collection I just had in my stash that I didn't love, but I needed to use. But lots of pinks and greens. Like this is my favorite collection I used for a wedding. This was Minty Papers Florabella. I was obsessed with this collection for my wedding. If I had like 100, not 100, I didn't need that much, but if I had like 5 packs of this collection, I probably would have used it for the entire wedding album because I have several. I will do a wedding album flip through when they're all done, but this is kind of a mini so you can see. So that's all one collection. This is My Mind's Eye Meow. That's just a random, just a picture of the rings. This was, which collection was this one? I'm forgetting. I want to say it was P13, maybe. That's not right. I don't remember what collection this one was. I don't know. Maybe it was P13. It was P13. This was a random stash layout. So like I'm not super strict. Like I like having different collections that really go with the vibe, but like I'm not bothered that this is very different than all the other layouts in this collection. I think it's fun. I feel almost, I mean, it's to each their own, but I feel like if these are all honeymoon layouts after this, but I feel like if I did use the same collection for the entire thing, it would look beautiful and it would be very aesthetic, but just creating those pages with the same layout or the same collection all the way through, I'm worried I would get bored. But then I had the Minty Papers collection. I wish I did, so I don't know. I'll do an album flip through when they're all done so you can see better, but that's just a general. Thank you. Yes. I'm very fluid with my scrapbooking. I like scrapbooking chronologically, but that's really the only box I put myself in. And even then, if I want to skip around, I can. But as far as like using the same collection or same color, same style for different events, if I feel like it, I will. If I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna restrict myself. I feel like when I try to restrict myself, it just puts a creative block up. Okay, so that is done. I think I'm trying to think what I would even say on this layout for my journaling. I'm sure I could think of something. I need to journal at some point on my wedding album, even if everything is self-explanatory. I feel like I should say something. Okay. I need to trim this one down some. Did like a 4x3 maybe. Let me see what that would look like. It's a little longer than a 4x3. I'm sad that they cut off the top of my mom's head. So the way they have this, first of all, they have the heart. They have the heart going over the top of the photo, which I can't do because I don't want to cover up my mom's face. And they had it in the center here. But I think if I shift it to where this photo is coming out from these layers, and I come out from the side like this, then I can have the heart there. And then I can embellish here or something if I want to. I think I am going to tweak that part a little bit. Let me glue this stuff down because I feel like this stuff is for sure going down. There we go. Ta-da. Drink break. Okay. 40 years later, you might not remember the best man. Where is the best man? The best man is on the next layout. I probably, you know what? That's a very good point, Colleen. I probably should at least mention like who gave speeches and stuff, because the companion page is the page of people with the people who gave speeches, and there's not a journaling spot on this side. So that is a good point. I probably should, I could write who gave speeches in my journaling. And then that way it'll make sense. Yeah, I go through phases of like wanting to journal and stuff. And when I flip through my albums, I do miss the pages that I didn't journal on and wish I did. Because it's like you said, it's like when you scrapbook the page, you might think you're never going to forget some details. But down the line, like some things from college that I've scrapbooked, like I never thought I'd forget like who different people were or what a certain event was for. But going through them now, I've already forgotten, so I wish I did journal. I probably won't journal now, though. I'll probably journal on it after I'm off, because I 100% will mess up if I try to journal live. So I'll have to remember to go back and do that after I'm off. But I'll go ahead and get everything down. This scallopy piece I want to run edge to edge. I'm pretty sure the other scallopy piece that's for the next page is supposed to be this one, because I think it was a little longer. But this journaling spot is going to cover up this gap anyways, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this short piece. Then I have an extra long piece on the next page in case I want it. If I could get this to line up. Ta-da! And this will go there. Yeah. Like that. Do I want to matte this, or do I want to leave it not matted the way they did? I don't know that I need a matte because this one's matted and there's a lot of layers going on here. I think it looks fine not matted. I don't even know what I would matte it in. I really only have black, and I feel like I don't need to matte it on black if it's going over a black pattern. You're 63. Yeah, I can see how, 40 years down the line you wouldn't remember stuff, because there's stuff 10 years ago I don't remember. So you make a very good point. I will definitely do that on my journaling. Okay, I am going to start getting these layers down, I think. This one is definitely my favorite out of the 4, I think, to scrap. Like, I kind of just like what they did themselves. Because all the other pages, there's things that, like, the way they embellish and stuff is just not the way I embellish. But this one, I think, the way they did their layers is very much something I would do. Unmatted, okay, I agree. Just needed the validation. It's already a lot going on. I don't need it. This was my mom coming up to us and reminding us that we should probably go around and talk to all of our guests. Because I very much don't know the proper way to do things in certain events like this. And so I'm glad she was like, should go around and talk to everybody. And I was like, oh, you're probably right. We had a very small wedding because they had this pulled down. Where did they have? Oh my gosh, you guys, no. This is upside down. This is upside down. Oh no. Hang on. Let me show you what I just did. I did not double check the orientation of the background because it's supposed to be like this. I don't hate it. I like the way I did it better. This is the way they intended it for this layer to run across the top, but it makes more sense for me visually to have that at the bottom. I'm keeping it the way I'm doing it, so what? It makes more sense for this to be the bottom of the page with that extra layer. I agree. And yes, that's where I was going with that, Colleen. I had such a small white, like I don't like being the center of attention, and I knew that would stress me out because there's no getting around that when you're the bride. And so I intentionally had a very small wedding because I'm like, well, the less people there are to judge me or for me to feel like I'm going to embarrass myself in front of, the better I'll feel. And it was like shortly after COVID. I mean, this was 2020. So that kind of was an extra excuse not to have a lot of people. So that's kind of like, I felt like we had already talked to everybody after the ceremony before we went to the reception location. So part of me didn't think that I should go around and talk to everybody again, but I get how that is the polite thing to do. So I'm glad she kind of reminded me that I should do that. I'm sorry, I think it looks more appropriate than how they did it with this layer running across the bottom. I was just, the ceremony itself went so smooth, and I was so worried that I was going to trip down the aisle or I was going to stutter saying my vows or something. I was so worried about it. That when the ceremony was over and everything went smooth and everything went well, like I did not care what happened after that. So by the time we got to the reception and we saw that we had a hot pink cake and it wasn't supposed to be hot pink, I just didn't care at that point. Like literally our cake was supposed to be this pink at the very, very bottom of the cake. And it was supposed to be ombre'd up into ivory, and then it turned out hot pink. So, but like by that point I was just like, you know what? Cool. We have a hot pink wedding cake. It's fine. The ceremony went good. We're married now. Nothing else can go wrong. I don't care. I relate to that too, Colleen. You have a large family. I did cake and punch reception, my cake. Yeah, I totally get it. Yes, hot pink. Where's that other layout I just did? Like, I'm not kidding. My cake was this pink. Like look. I think the photographer even tried to mute it a little bit. That's our wedding cake. That's not how it was supposed to look. I relate to that though, because like I said earlier, like my mom is one of 13. We have hundreds of people that come to our family reunions on that side, but because they're all more based in the Minnesota area and we're in Georgia and it was during the pandemic, it kind of gave me an excuse not to invite everybody. My godparents came. They came from Minnesota because I invited my godparents because they were my godparents, which is one of my aunts and uncles. It's my mom's sister and her husband. So they came down, but they're the only ones from that side of the family I invited because once you start inviting people on that side, you have to invite everybody because you don't want people's feelings to get hurt or whatnot. And I just couldn't fathom having all of them there. I'm liking this. I'm glad you think so, Annette. It tasted great. I mean, the cake itself tasted wonderful. It just looked ridiculous. But I'm okay with it. Like when we had our 1 year anniversary, we went back to our baker and had them make a little mini 6-inch. And we told them to make it hot pink just because I feel like that's part of the memory now. And I think everyone needs a story like that, you know, from their wedding day. So that's ours, is we have a hot pink cake. And we'll probably just stick with that for our anniversary if we keep getting the mini cake or something. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and commit to glue this down. I definitely like this tucked more to the side than in the middle. And then I need to glue these pieces down and then my photo. Yep, our hot pink wedding cake. It's okay though. Oh my gosh, I cannot. I really need to find my glue dispenser so you guys don't have to watch me struggle. How far did they have this over? Like here-ish. And then this one. I just can't glue that down if it's all gonna be covered. Part of me is just like, you have to gut some of it. So I will. In case we can get this 5th layout done. I'm determined now. I feel like we have enough embellishment to squeeze out an extra layout as long as I can find paper for it. So I'm gonna try and make it happen. So I'm gonna try and save little bits if I can. This was here-ish. And if my photo sits here-ish, I'm going to save this. So I have it, I could use it as a layer, or it could just go on whatever my 5th layout ends up being. Part of me really wants to gut like behind my photos like I normally do in my process, but I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Your cake almost toppled over, and then when we left for the evening, the wedding party had a food fight with it. The cake had red frosting on it and it stained. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. I mean, what else are you gonna do with a giant wedding cake? You don't need to keep all of it, so you might as well. Where was your venue? I'm curious. I wanna know what your venue did. We went to a little local restaurant called 1885. It was an old building. I forgot what it originally was, but it was originally built in 1885. And then a couple years ago, someone bought it and fixed it up and turned it into a restaurant. And it's a really nice restaurant in downtown Ackworth. But they called it 1885 just to keep the history. And I think they would have charged us a lot if we tried something like that. Okay, I'm going to commit to the photo being there. Okay, embellishment. I love this little camera. I love these little balloons too. This is very much like what I think when I see Simple Stories. Like this kind of confetti balloon is very much what I see them do a lot. It's cute. Do I want to pop this up on some foam, or is this too big of an element to pop up? I feel like with these skinny little pieces, it's gonna get flattened or bent if I try to pop it up. You're at the fire station, open bar and buffet dinner. That is amazing. That's awesome. I guess they have a hose. They could have just hosed everything down afterwards. I guess the red cake makes sense in that context. That's awesome. Okay, so they had their embellishment like this. Like this and like this. Pop up just the balloons. Could do that. Definitely do that. Hey Martha, how are you? So glad you guys could make it. I'm always worried when I go to do lives that like no one's gonna come. And I'm just gonna talk to myself for an hour. These do automatically post to my page when we're done too. So don't feel obligated. Like you can pop in and out, or you know, if you miss something, you can always go back and watch it and stuff. But I'm glad I'm not talking to myself. I was talking to myself for probably the first five to 10 minutes. It was awkward. But I feel like I have to say something for people who do rewatch it. I don't want it to just be awkwardly silent for the first 10 minutes until someone comes in. What is that music? Oh, it's my TV. I forgot that I had Schitt's Creek playing. Struggling with these little dots. 2 more. I can do it. You should have seen it earlier. I've been putting poinsettias together for a Christmas layout. Cute. That's a lot of work. How are you doing that? You're like cutting individual leaves and putting it together, or you're like fussy cutting images of them? That's a good idea for a Christmas layout. This is one of the first years we've actually had a poinsettia in the house because it's the first year we haven't had a dog to worry about toxicity. That's another reason we're kind of trying to do the home renovation stuff. Not that we couldn't do that if we had a dog, but since we don't have a dog right now, we're like, oh, we might as well knock out some of the stuff that's hard to do while you have an animal. Because Franklin's easy. He just hangs out in his enclosure and occasionally wants to come out. And when Franklin is out, though, all he wants to do is sit in the window. He is the Gladys Kravitz of our neighborhood, Franklin. He just wants to sit in the window and be a busybody and judge everyone that walks by. That's what Franklin wants to do. Lots of pieces. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look so good though. Those kinds of layouts, when you layer a bunch of little pieces, always turn out so good, but it is a lot of work. But I'm sure it'll be worth it. Okay, I'm gonna pop up the little capture the love. Do I want to layer this over this label? I don't have anything else I want to put in this label. I could do this I love us, but I don't know if I need that and this. I don't. I think I'm gonna pop this up and layer it on top. I don't know what this is. It's an extra little layering piece they gave me, and I don't see where they put it anywhere. But it's the same color as this purple label, so I kind of want to use it somewhere on here. Maybe behind this heart. I could do my notebook edge punch on this. And then maybe layer white on top of it. Do this and then a white notebook edge punch. Maybe I'll keep this blocky and then I'll do a white notebook edge punch and then have the heart on this side. So it's all coming out from the middle. Do we like that or how I had it? I'm definitely popping this piece up on some foam. For sure. There and there. I get so thirsty when I do these. I'm not used to talking so much. All right, almost got it. I need to think about some of this extra embellishment if I want to try and use it, because I really want to. But I like how they embellished their layout. There we go. So this has some dimension and the balloons have some dimension. Where'd that white scrap go? I just had it. Where did I put it? It's my life. Here it is. Yes, I'm doing this. We're just gonna add the punch to every layout. Love this punch so much. Kelly was in the beginning of the layout yesterday, but she left before she could see me use her punch. I was gonna be like, look, I use it. She knows though. She knows I use her punch a ton. Okay, let me trim this down and see how this looks. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's adorable. Yep. I'm gonna pop this yellow heart up on some foam too. Everything's getting dimension. Do you guys have plans today, or are you just hanging out? Hanging out at home. Boop. Yay, thank you. I agree. I think that was a good compromise. I am really happy that I accidentally did this upside down. This definitely looks better in this orientation. Okay. Glue down that. And this. And I need foam for my hearts. You might scrap after watching me. We can all scrap together. Gonna be watching football in about 30 minutes. Who's playing? Who's your team? You took the kids out to Red Robin for lunch after church. Now we're hanging out at home. That's the best feeling, honestly. Like, you've gone to church, you went out for a nice like brunch or lunch, and then you just have the rest of the day to relax. KC Chiefs. I should know this because I'm a UGA grad, but the SEC season is over, right? And now it's NFL? I don't know. I'm an embarrassment to the football. All I know is that UGA won our like SEC or whatever this year. And that's all I know. I stopped following once once all the kids I graduated with were not on the team anymore, because I don't know any of the kids now. Seattle. What am I doing next? Guess I'll go ahead and glue this down. There's no reason I shouldn't. You guys are funny. I have such an aversion to watching. I love going to watch sports in person, but I think growing up in my house and just like the frustration of being a little kid and having your shows turned off for sports to play all day, I've just been conditioned to hate sports on TV. Because I only ever had bad feelings towards it because it was my show being turned off to watch it. Especially, okay, you guys, like my dad would turn off my show to watch his sports and then he would fall asleep. So I'm sitting there really wanting to watch my show. He turned it off to watch his sports and then would fall asleep and not even be watching it. Ugh. So now I still hate sports. We would even try to do this trick where we would steal the remote and we would just slowly turn down the volume. And then when it was really low, we would change the channel and then just like slowly turn the volume back up. But it only worked like 10% of the time because somehow, even though he was sleeping, like the second he heard not sports, he would be like, he'd fly up and be like, I was still watching that. We're like, you've been sleeping for 2 hours. No, you weren't. New York Steak is a hike. I'll be watching Buffalo Bills. Yep, that's what we would try to do, and it hardly ever worked. Okay. I'm liking this. They have this floral cluster here. I don't feel like I necessarily need it. I could move it somewhere else. I don't feel like I really need it anywhere. Actually, I don't mind it down here. I could pop it up on some foam here and have this as a cluster. That way I have 1 cluster, 2 cluster, 3 cluster. Kind of create a visual triangle. I think I'm gonna do that. Is there any of this stuff that I should add? These little banners, these little labels. I have some little hearts. I'm definitely gonna pop this up and move it though. Yes, I agree. That looks better already. You love baking, sports not so much. Yep. Those are the Sundays I remember. I remember my dad sleeping on the couch, watching sports, and my mom cooking. And me being frustrated I couldn't watch my cartoons. But it's okay. Me and my brother and sister would just go off and play somewhere, which is probably better than watching TV anyways. Okay. I love that there. Cute. Here-ish? No. I don't want to see that little gap. There we go. Okay, I definitely do want to add some layering bits. Do I want to label? No, I don't need that. I could do a similar thing. I did on the last page and do a label and a heart here, but I don't know if that takes away from what I just did by moving that cluster. So I feel like I don't need it. Is that too distracting from like the visual I had before? I feel like it is. Black spot on the upper right corner of the picture on the left. Black banner would go with it. Oh, here. Oh. I like that. Can we layer both of them? Oh, the pink kind of blends in. What if I did the pink on the other side? Ah, it still kind of blends in. Yeah, I could totally use that there. I could do that, and do I have another colored heart that's not? I think all the colored hearts I have are the green and the black, and both would blend in. I could do this and then pop this green one up and over the cream one so it had some dimension. That? Okay, cool. I like that too. And we still have a pink one to use at some point, but we still have another page to go. And like I said, if there's anything left over, we might be able to squeeze out a 5th layout if I can find paper. Is there any like of these circular ones I can put anywhere? Trying not to have a ton of circular ones left over. But I don't know if there's another area where it makes sense to add them where it's not going to be distracting. Like I feel like since I have this floral here, this is just going to compete. I don't know. Let me get this down because I'm for sure doing this. Little heart. I need smaller foam dots for this. There we go. Ah, there we go. Should I, let me just toy around with adding a label up here too for a second. I'll do purple. No, I don't like that. I was trying to get one more thing used up, but I think I just need to stick with what we had. Okay. Glue. I think I want it overlapping the frame a little bit. That. Okay. And my heart. I do the circle with the black background and flowers under the camera on the side with the yellow flowers. Oh, here. Where'd that one go? This one. Like this. That's cute too. Yeah, I feel like I need to tuck it under a little farther. I like that. I just feel like I have so much of these circular bits and there's no way I'm going to use all of them on the extra layout, and I don't want them to go to waste. But I feel like that's the one that definitely goes the best with this collection, or this page, I mean. Get this heart down. I still have those enamel dots and stuff to add to for finishing touches. Although I only have three of these little green ones left. I could, ooh, this page I could go more with the pinks. Maybe I'll start on the pinks on this one and save the rest of the green ones. These Freckled Fun hearts go really well with this collection, I'm realizing. Okay. Let's see. Layer this up. So we have a little more color, a little more dimension. Wait a minute, look at this. Look what I just figured out. Little banner. Look how cute that is. Good job, team. We're doing both of these. Banner and circle. And I feel like the banner helps the circle connect a little more too. Sweet. All right, tuck the banner in. Tuck the circle in. Oh, I love it. Okay, cool. Do we need anything else? Just finishing touches, maybe? You rock, Pam. Right? The banner makes the circle just look so happy now. It has a little friend. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and do like the enamel dot stuff, which is usually my final step. And then if it looks complete after that, I say we move on to the last page. And if this doesn't look complete, then we will figure it out. I think I definitely want to use some yellow because right now this yellow heart and this yellow flower are looking very lonely. So I think if we pull in some more of that mustard with the enamel dots, that color will look more balanced. And then I think if we pull in some of these pinky hearts, I'm thinking the middle one is the color that matches the best. Would we all agree? I could go with this slightly darker one, but I feel like this pink goes the best. Let's see, where do I want these things? I think I kind of feel like there's enough here since we added this, so I'm thinking here, here, and here I could create a visual triangle with this stuff. Okay. I need my fingernails back. I I had acrylic nails for our vacation and they came off several weeks ago, but now my nails are having a hard time growing out to before the acrylics were glued on. It's so hard to do some of this stuff without nails. Okay, let's do maybe the middle size. I only have one tiny one left, so I'm trying to be strategic about where it goes. Do one of these. Do I want to layer it over the heart or have it next to the heart? I don't know. Would it look weird having this layered over the heart when it's next to the heart here? Any of the colors? Yeah, they kind of do all go. I think this is a good matte, like it's the same tone as the pink, but it has some of the purple. So it's kind of a good medium between these two colors. I think it's gonna bother me having it layered when it's not layered over here. So let me just see. I don't really have another color enamel dot to use other than yellow. I feel like I don't need a yellow one over there though, because I have the yellow heart. Here. Ah. I could. Let's use both. I don't like when I have all the big ones left over. Do I want to use my last tiny one? I think I want this medium one over here so it can stand up against the black. And then I'll use my last tiny one on this banner. Boop. I don't know what I'm doing like that. No, I need it on the black. I need it more connected. Oh gosh, this is not sticking. Where's my glue? Okay. Stick a big yellow under the floral cluster to the right. Oh, that would be cute. Yes, I will do that. And then I can use one of the big ones. I need this to dry a little bit before I stick it down. Yes. Like that. Yeah, I like it. Do I want to add one up here? Is this extra? I'm going a little crazy with the enamel dots. But I think that's okay because we have yellow, 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 and then just a little yellow one up here in the little cluster. I just need you guys to scrapbook with me all the time. You're making my decision process go so much faster. Okay, I will journal here. Is there anything else I should add? Is this okay? I like it. We'll see if we can use the last two yellow enamel dots on the next page. Cool. I like it. I think I'm going to move on to the 4th page, and then if we need to, we can look at everything when we're done and we see all the leftovers we have and see if we want to add anything. Yay! Okay. We all like it. We're good. All right, final page. Let's see. Okay. So this one, they have this banner coming out from the side. They have the scallopy piece underneath that runs into the ever after. And then the happily is layered on top. And then they have 3 photos, and each of them have a yellow heart on top of them. And then their embellishment, they have the wedding cake layered with the rings, and there's a little dove. This is what they did. And we have all this stuff we can add or tweak or switch out if we want to. Now I need my photos. So this is the page about the speeches. These are the, see, look at this blue. That's what I was talking about earlier. The blue curtain they had. This is kind of tricky because I kind of need 3x4 verticals. I guess that would be a 3x4 if I trimmed it down. I'd just be cutting out my godmother. But I have another page of just my godparents, so they're definitely in the wedding book multiple times. I really think for this page, all 3 of these photos need to be vertical 3x4s. So I'm gonna trim the photos down first. Should I mat the photos? Because they have them just directly on the page. Let me trim them and lay them out. I can mat them maybe in a white or black. Let me go ahead and trim these though. 3x4. We were, this is kind of another funny part of the reception, was I was not gonna have speeches just because I didn't want anyone to have to stress about giving a speech, but then I again kind of feel awkward about being the center of attention. And I said it'd be easier to not do any of that. And then my godfather came in and was like, we're doing speeches. They'll appreciate it after the fact. And so he basically had our best man and my sister, which is the maid of honor. He gave them like 20 minutes to compose a speech. So I was trying to save them the stress of having to do a speech when they had months to prepare if we were going to. And he kind of sprung it on them. And everyone did great. They did wonderful with their impromptu speeches. And I did appreciate it in the long run. I'm really glad they ended up doing speeches. But I just remember when my sister asked if she had to give a speech forever ago. And I was like, no, we're not going to worry about speeches. And she's like, whew, okay, I don't have to worry about it. And then Uncle Don comes in. Just kidding. Speeches for everyone. All right. I'm going to have Marcus on the right, Don in the middle, and Austin, who's our best man, on the left, because he's kind of looking in, and they're both looking. That makes sense to me, right? Right. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to see if I can keep Marcus and I in frame here, too. We'll see how much room I have. You would mat them. But you always mat photos for some reason. I honestly do too. Annette wants a mat too. Okay, so should I do a black mat or a white mat? Because I think either would work. I have white on here. The black will probably blend into the background. I don't know if I like that or not. So I could do either. I think it would look fine with either. So we'll see. Okay, let's not cut off Austin's head. Ah, it worked. We actually get to end up in one of these pages. I am on the first page, I guess. Okay. Do I have a yellow? Ooh, yellow would be good. I do not normally have yellow paper though. That's not a color I reach for, but it's a color I like. I have a lot of greens and blues and a red. I'm not seeing any yellow. Do I even have white? I have scraps of white. Do I have enough scraps to mat these? Surely I can find enough scraps. Yes. Okay, yes, I have scraps of white. Every time I go to the store, I forget to get white cardstock. Okay. Okay, cool. White it is. So let me trim the mats. I don't want a thick mat. I think I just want a skinny mat just to like set them apart. So I'm gonna do 3 2/8-ish and 4 2/8-ish. That. Let's see if I can actually cut these all the right size. And 3/8. Okay. Let's get all of the photos matted and laid out so we can see what we're working with. Yay, okay, yes, I think I do like the white. This is a collection that like, it's cream, it looks cream based, but it has cream and white, which I really like because it's easy to go in either direction. Because a lot of cream based collections, I don't like matting in white, but there's enough white like incorporated to where it works. Okay. Let's glue down the photos. How long have we been going for? I can't tell. 107 minutes. We're being productive. With how long it took me yesterday to do 1 page and we've done 3. I really want to be able to do this extra 5th layout with you guys, but I am not prepared at all to have to go through my stash and find stuff for it. I think there's definitely enough embellishment to where as long as I can find paper, we should be able to do it. Okay. Let's get all the photos down. Water break. Really got out of drinking water and I can feel myself being dehydrated. I'm really trying to be better about it. All right. There's 1. 2. I think that's cute. The little hearts look like they're just holding up the photos. Okay. Is that how they did it? They have this overlapping. Why does mine look weird? They have their photos lower. They have their photos like coming out. Oh, they're actually layered over this banner. I don't know if I like it layered over the banner though. Like I like that it connects the layers, but I think it looks weird having the corner of the banner covered on both ends because it's covered by this word and then it's covered by the photo. I don't like it. Not doing it. Okay. So that's kind of what they have. And then they have this. Like this. Okay. Definitely need to tweak embellishment because like this is the only embellishment and it's all here. Karina, hey girly, what's going on? Yes, I feel so good about how productive we're being. Okay. I definitely want to pop the happily up on some foam. And I think I want all of the hearts popped up on some foam. I like where the paper layers are. I think we're just gonna have to reevaluate the embellishment because I'm not loving that. Glad you could make it. Whoop. You're so popular. Karina supplied me with my my tag hole reinforcers, and I've still been going through them. I'm eventually just gonna have to suck it up and buy a punch for those. Watching you in NFL at the same time. That's awesome. We were just talking about football earlier. Who's your team? I don't have a team, an NFL team. UGA is my SEC team, college team. And the Falcons are supposed to be my team because I'm a Georgian, but I just do not follow NFL. Yes, I need to just get a hole punch. And I have a hole punch, but I need like a punch of a hole reinforcer so I can just punch them out whenever I feel like it. But I still have a little bit of a stash that Karina sent me, so I'm good for a little bit. But it would be nice to have a punch in case I wanted to make a hole reinforcer out of a pattern paper that I'm using on the page, and that way it all coordinates. I think that would be cute. But I pretty much always use white anyways, so I don't know that I really would use it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and glue down the photos because I am happy with the spacing. And then I can get the hearts down, and then I can focus on the other stuff. Yeah, they're, I forget which company it is though that has, I'm sure you could Google like hole reinforcer punch and it'd probably come up. But I forget who it would be that makes it. But I think it'd be nice to have, because if I ever felt like making a fancy tag with coordinating hole reinforcer, I could do it. Karina's just makes me happy because look at the little packaging she sent in. It's rainbow and it's just cute. I have a lot though. She sent, like, this whole thing is still full and I feel like I use it all the time, and it's like Mary Poppins' bag. It's just never empty. Things just keep coming out of it. You try to watch all of them, but oh yeah, I forgot how do I forget you're in Sweden? I knew you were in Sweden. That's so funny. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just because of my little American brain. I don't think of like other countries wanting to watch football. Wait, you're watching like soccer, aren't you? Soccer football, not American football. Right? That makes more sense. No, you said NFL, which is football. That's funny. That's funny. All right. Almost got my photos down. Hopefully I spaced these right. You don't have one, but you love the sport. I think it's, you know what, that does sound right. I bet it is We Are Memory Keepers. That sounds very right. I know there's dies, like I know there's a die of it too, but I think a punch would be so much easier than having to like punch a die out. All right, so let's get my little hearts down and then I'll start with the layers. So do you don't have like a favorite team? You just like watching, you just like watching all of them? I don't even know if I can get sports on my television. I don't have cable. I just have like a bunch of streaming subscriptions like Netflix and Hulu and Disney and Discovery. You prefer football before soccer, but don't tell your son. I grew up, when I was little, I played soccer and I absolutely loved it. I played it up through 3rd grade and then we moved and then we couldn't find a soccer team around me. So that's when we switched to Taekwondo. But I loved soccer. I feel like Annette and Karina, I feel like you're on like exact opposite sides of the globe. That's so funny. I wish I enjoyed watching sports on television. We were talking about this earlier. I love like I can go and watch sports, but like I don't like watching them on TV. Okay. I think I need to get that last page and line this up because this and this are like running across both layouts. So I want to line them up. Oh, look, we guessed right. Look how perfect that was actually lined up exactly where it should have been. Okay, I'm going to get this glue down. Then we'll do the scallop. So happy we're getting so much done today. Okay. Get this part down. You prefer watching it at home when it well, yeah, I guess if it's like cold and rainy, you don't want to be out watching sports. That makes sense too. Karina, stop blowing my head up. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's actually very relatable, Martha. I remember when I went to UGA and we would go to the games and it's such a, like, I don't know, I'm sure it's most colleges, but UGA especially, like, there is such a football culture and we go all out for those games. Okay, that's matched up. I think we're good. And rain or shine, we were showing up. And UGA students have this thing where they like dress to the nines to go to a football game. Like I remember going to my very first UGA football game and I was wearing like jeans and a jersey. No, UGA students, when we go to football games, they dress in like Sunday's best, like everyone's wearing dresses and like dress clothes. It's crazy. It didn't matter what it looked like. We were out there. The student section is lit. Okay, have to cut off some of these perforated points. Yes, Colleen, go dogs. I love UGA. Okay, so I think I'm gonna keep the ever after flat and then just have the happily popped up on some foam. I think that layers really nicely. They have this like up here. Do you like the word overlapping the photos or does it look better? I almost like it down here better. I need your guys' opinion. I'm gonna let that sit there for a second. I don't mind this cake in the ring here. I think the dove needs to go somewhere else though. There's too much embellishment here and nowhere else. So I think if I take a label or something, I can create another cluster up here or something like that. Oh my goodness. Like that. I have all of these to use too. All of these I can incorporate. And these little hearts. I definitely am getting these little hearts on this page. Somewhere. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down though. I know for sure where this is going. It's snowing there. Georgia, it's just rainy. It's been raining for like a month straight, I swear, but it's been like 70 degrees. I know Pam said they had a snowstorm headed their way. Snowing in New York. It just rains. It just rains all winter here. And then if we get snow, which is maybe once a year, then everyone acts like it's the apocalypse. That's how our winter weather works. You have snow. You like it down farther. Me too. I think I like it here. Okay. We're committing. This is the worst part, taking off all these little backings. It's okay. Be worth it in the end. I know they make those foam rolls that are more like strips instead of these little squares. I don't know if I would go through that too fast though. I can make these little foam squares last forever because I can space them out. Martha says it's cold but not snowing yet. I don't have a fireplace in my house. I feel like I wouldn't mind if it got colder if I could have a fireplace, but we don't have one. Some houses in my neighborhood do, not ours. There's houses with the same exact footprint as ours, and they have a fire pit or fireplace, and we don't. $50 and sunny. Expecting 1 to 2 feet of snow tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you have that storm coming. That's what you said earlier. Camping next weekend so snow can hold off. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't love Georgia's summers. It is rough because it's like can get in the hundreds and it could be 100% humidity and you just feel like you're in a sauna and you can't escape the heat and you feel like you're breathing in water. But I think it's worth it to not have really bad winters. I'd rather have a hot summer than a frigid winter, I think. Feet of snow. Oh my gosh, can't imagine. Okay, I'm gonna say here-ish. I could scooch it in one direction and have embellishment somewhere. I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna work. No, I don't like it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna have it center. Like that. Committing. Ooh, you're gonna have a white Christmas? That's exciting. I've never had one of those. There's one time ever I can remember that it snowed on Christmas, but it didn't stick. But even just the fact that it snowed in Christmas, because I feel like our winters don't, like if it's gonna snow in Georgia, it's usually not until the end of February or March. We're usually in shorts on Christmas. Oh my gosh. You're camping in the 20s? Wow. Last time we were camping, it got down in the 60s, and I thought that was cold. Yeah, that is true. The mountains probably do change it. Okay, got this. I'm liking having this up here, this little. I like having the dove and a label up here. Is there anything else I can add? I feel like I need, there's something about the embellishment, like it seems Like the last page seems so nice and full, but not overdone. And this one is looking so naked for some reason. Your son's in the Boy Scouts, so you can't be around. Oh my gosh. Do you have like a, how do you camp? How do you tent camp that cold? Like, I feel like if I was gonna camp that cold, I'd have to have a teepee where there's like a fire in the tent. Or do you have a heater in the tent? How does that work? I don't understand. We've only camped a couple times, but we always go in the fall, so it's right when it's starting to get cool, but it's not cold. Okay. What am I doing with this embellishment? I think the rings are definitely going up on foam if they're overlapping the wedding cake. I just don't know where I want them to overlap. A really good sleeping bag. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's see. I think I prefer the rings on this side. What else should I do? These don't really make sense. Don't know if I want those. Later. Got you. I mean, I'm liking this. I guess maybe because the last one was so much more, I'm comparing it, but I guess it looks fine. I want to do more is the problem. I don't know what else to do, but I don't think it necessarily needs it. I definitely am doing this though. I think I'm gonna put the dove up on some foam too, but I like that moved up there for sure. Here. Okay. Yeah, there is more like picture real estate on this one. And it is going to be next to the companion page in the book, and the other page is a lot busier, so I guess it is kind of nice that this one is not. Let me get what I have glued down and then I'll look. Sometimes adding those little enamel dot finishes is like all you need to. Like, it's amazing how sometimes such a small thing can make a difference. Okay. I feel like the cake is like in an awkward place, but yay, okay. It makes me feel better at least. I don't know why I'm being so critical of it. Maybe once I add some more hearts, it'll be okay. And then I'll have to look at my pictures and paper and see if we want to attempt page 5. We want to see if we can use the rest of the embellishment or not. I don't know if I'm up for that or not. I feel bad because I'm covering up Austin's head, but he's right here, so he doesn't have to be in this picture. Okay. Do I want like, I just feel like I don't want to add something and it like look distracting. Like I have like this here and this here, so is it weird if I add this? Oh, I just got an Amazon package. Little Alexa just went off. I feel like I just need to be happy with it how it is. I don't know. Where's my finishing touches? Maybe I should just skip to this part and then we can see how it looks. Attempt to the other page. Okay, we'll see if I can try the other page. Is this okay here? Is it? I think it's distracting from that. I don't know. If we do another page, I really want to try to use that. Do any of these hearts need to go? Is there a good spot for these on here? Hang on, I need to focus. Let's try to do puffy hearts and enamel dots. I do have the photo corners, but if I do the photo corners, I feel like I need to do these two and then on the companion page. Or we can just go into the extra page and know we're using the photo corners. I think I'm gonna for sure get photo corners on the 5th page. I'll save it. Okay. Where do I want my little clusters? Definitely perfect for using the last 2 enamel dots, because I'm gonna do both of them in each cluster since there's only 2. And then do that. And a tiny one. Do I need the hearts on this one? I actually don't know if I want the hearts on this one. I feel like the purple and pink are not the star on this side. I think it's the yellow. Don't tear my paper. I just want these to be closer to the cluster. That. Okay, I'm overthinking this. I think we're good, right? There's not as much going on as the other page, but I think it's okay. Okay, now for the tricky part, which is attempting to find stuff for an extra page that I'm not prepared for at all. I'm so happy we did all, I can't believe we did the other 3 just now. And it's been an hour and a half. Why did yesterday take me so long? It took me like over an hour just to do 1 page. Yes, okay, cool. So I have such miscellaneous pictures left. I have like my sister and her 2 boys, and then I have my sister helping me back in, and then my mom helping me back in. I was like pouring sweat in this picture. It was so hot outside, and this is before the ceremony, and I was worried I was gonna sweat off all my makeup, and my makeup artist had already left. I don't know if I feel like these colors go very much with this photo, but I feel like this page isn't enough. Like, I don't know if I want to document, like, I don't know how important this is to document. Like, I just feel like I don't even know if I need those photos. And I do already have pictures of my sister and her boys, but I do want like a page for them. Do you think if I just did this one and like didn't scrapbook these 2? I mean, I have these photos too, but I'm kind of trying to save these photos for when I have my other kit to use, because I think these photos will look really good with my kit for February. So this is the last kind of miscellaneous photo I have. We'll see. I definitely will have room if I only have 1 photo to use this journaling piece that I didn't use on that first page. Okay, yes ma'am, Colleen. I can't say no to that. We're doing it. Everybody's getting on the page. I think I'm going to not use this one since I have my sister and her boys here. And I'll use, these 2. I just think if I have of landscapes thrown in, it's gonna throw it off. If I do this, maybe. These colors in here definitely go with the colors of this collection, so I think it's good. Okay, I need to find paper for this. I was debating saving this for like a how to kill a kit with style, but I don't have any 12 by 12 paper to go with it. So maybe we just use this right now for this. This is a freckled fawn kit that I got on Black Friday. And this is the collection that these go with. So I think you guys are so sweet. That's rough. I have to like put up a mental block when it comes to loss. It's not the same at all. Like losing Billy is not the same as losing human family members. But part of me has to put up a mental block because I can't think about it. Or like we started talking about it a little bit yesterday and I had to recover a little bit after that. So I'm trying to just put up, like compartmentalize a little bit when it comes to loss because it's so hard. I think if I use this though, and then I have a little bit more embellishment to use and these fun little leaves, I think we can, maybe. They're double-sided too. Yay, freckled fawn, yes. Okay, so I need a 12 by 12. And then I think between this little freckled fawn kit and the leftovers, I think we can do this. And I have some puffy pink hearts here I can use too. For my background, should I just do like a simple black and white pattern, or should I try to find a color? Like I have this little black and white polka dot. I feel like this goes. Let me see how this looks. Yes, okay. I think so too. I think this, I'm okay diving into the freckled fawn because this wasn't a full kit anyways, and me trying to think about how to make it a full kit was giving me a headache already, so I think I'm just gonna dive into it. I think that'll be fun with these little cute leaves too. And I got these cute little chipboard bits. I do not order from Freckle Fawn enough. I think I've only ever just bought a couple things during Black Friday, but I always love what I get. Usually I just, I get a bunch of their like enamel dots and stuff. And oh, I got this too. And this is the same color. I love, love, love their tile alphas. So I have this I can use too for my alpha if I need to, because that coordinates really well. Okay, well that wasn't as hard as I thought it would be to find supplies. Let me go ahead and pop these out because they're all falling out anyways. I have like way more embellishment than I need for one page, but it's okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, we got it. Let's do it. I have no idea what we're doing for this design, so we're just gonna, it helps that these are already smaller papers because I think it's, oh, there's a stripe on the back. I like both of these and the pink. And there's blue if I want to pull in blue, but I think I'm gonna start out right off the bat with these 3 papers. Yeah, that worked out really good, didn't it? I did not buy this kit for wedding stuff, but it did go really good. I think I want to mat these together. Do I? Do I though? What other papers do I have? What if I matted them? I can trim them down a tiny bit so they'll actually fit on here, but if I mat them together, I could mat them on one of these 4x6s. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to trim them down a little bit so I have a little wiggle room when I mat them. Okay, let's see. I don't know what's happening. Should I mat them separate or together? I kind of don't want to cut my sister down at all because she kind of fills up the full frame with her height. I can definitely trim this one down a little bit if I want to have a smaller photo and then a bigger photo. I think it'll give me more room to design if I make this one smaller. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and mat. Do I have more white? I really need to get some more white cardstock. Although I can mat in black because I have black polka dots on the background. So I think if I did a skinny black mat, it would help pull in some black elements. And I'm gonna make sure I use some of these separate. Okay, I'm gonna trim this one down a little bit, mat them both in a skinny black, and then I can play around with the fun paper, I think. Do I have any black scraps? My desk is crazy because I have so many scraps of like black and white I just leave to the side for when I need to do stuff like this. But it makes the side of my desk so messy. Okay, let me mat the 4x6 really quick. I really just want a skinny mat just so it separates it. But I don't want it to look bold because sometimes black mats are just a bold look. Trim this one down. And mat this one. Yeah, it's a good starting point. And then I'm gonna try to just layer like I'm using scraps since these pieces are all a little bit smaller, and I think it'll help me not get stuck. Okay, good, black. We're good on the black. Okay, cool. All right, I think I'll layer them a little bit. This side needs to be skinnier. Like that. And then, don't fall, don't fall. Throwing my papers. This is just chaos. Okay, so layering wise, oh, I should probably glue this other mat down. Yes, my sister is ridiculously pretty, and it makes me so angry because she used to always compare herself to me and think that I was the prettier one, which I just think is ridiculous. Because she's gorgeous. It makes me really mad when she like looks down. She's a confident lady now. I love her to death. I'm really, really close with my sister. But yes, I think she's gorgeous too, and it used to make me so mad when she would think she wasn't, because I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I wish I looked like you. I kind of even like this like haphazard layering. Do I want these stripes like this and then I can make them run on the top and the bottom? I'm thinking yes. Let me trim this stripe. This is why I love love scrapping with scraps because I think the layering process is so easy for me when I have smaller pieces already. Ta-da! Do I want to ink everything in black to pull this black in more? Like, I feel like I need to, like, I love all these papers, but they're all very much like blending into the other. And I think I need some kind of definition. Thank you, Karina. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty too, but I got the hypothyroid gene and she got the skinny gene. So I'm just a little bit bitter about it. But yes, she's pretty. Okay, either way. What do I want to do? Or I could do it like Tracy likes to do and do like a black line around the outside, but I don't know if that's going to make it too casual for being a wedding layout. But I think it could kind of look kind of fun too. Ink will help. I think I need to tie the black in a little bit more because I have the black dots and then I have the black frame and then everything else, like nothing else has black. So let me, gosh, there's a pile on the side of my desk and it keeps wanting to slowly slide off onto the floor. Okay, where's my black? Black. This one looks like it'll work. Where's my black ink pad? Are you black? Yes, you're black. Okay, let's do it. Let's see if I can ink without getting black ink smudges everywhere, because that's always the fear. Okay, yes, inking are good. And mat the layers. I could do that too. Pam has a point. I have hundreds of sheets of black, and I could just do a black mat around every single layer. What do we think about that? I've done that before, and it looks really cool. I honestly, Colleen, if I had to pick a chronic issue to have, hypothyroidism is probably one of the most benign. So it's a frustrating struggle to have to be on because of weight and metabolism and hormones and all those things that just kind of mess up your everyday, like how you feel. Like I feel like I'm always tired, I'm always hot, I can't lose weight, no matter if I diet, no matter if I exercise, and it's very frustrating. And my doctors won't do anything because my blood work says I'm regulated on my medication, but it didn't fix any of my symptoms. So yay, Annette, we're all the hypothyroid gang. And I know it is a common thing a lot of people struggle with, so at least it's not something that is super detrimental to how we can live our lives. But it is very frustrating when I see this beautiful, gorgeous sister and I'm kind of like, why couldn't I got your genes? Why did I have to be hypothyroid? Okay, so ink and I can definitely mat everything. I think that would look pretty cool. Look at, I have plenty of paper to do it. I say should I try it or should I try inking? I think it'll be a fun look to mat because my photo's already matted. Should I mat the background too? Should I just mat everything? We're gonna do it. I don't want to mess up all my layers, but let's see here. Try not to mess everything up. Let's trim the background down a little bit and mat it. This is a Hobby Lobby paper, and I'm pretty sure I bought it to use as extra paper for Felicity Jane and then just never used it for Felicity Jane. So it'll be good on here. Cool. All right, let's get the background layered and done. That way I can start gluing things down. Yes, Hereditary. My mom doesn't have it, but I have several aunts that have it. So I don't know how that works and why. I mean, I know how genetics work, but it is frustrating that like neither one of my parents have it, and out of all of my siblings, I'm the only one that got it. Like, dang it. Yes, black matting everything. I think that will be really cool. Pam comes in for the win again. Okay. You guys crack me up. Okay. Done. Now we can start matting everything else. So I'm just gonna work my way from the top down. Boop. Okay. They didn't know I was hypothyroid until they did my pre-surgical blood work for my surgery, because I had a tumor in my abdomen. I scrapbooked it a lot. Actually, no, I think I scrapbooked it before I was a YouTuber. So I don't think you guys would have seen it, the page I did of my tumor. But I had a 30-pound cystadenoma in my abdomen that basically, I mean, it was massive. Like I literally looked like I was 8 months pregnant, and it was basically crushing me from the inside out. It's awful. But I was basically starving because I had no room. Like it was pushing on everything, my stomach, my bladder, like intestines. So like I couldn't really eat anything because there wasn't any room in my body for anything else. So I was like starving. But then I looked huge because I had this giant abdomen. And so they didn't know I was hypothyroid because like I was dealing with that. And then they found out I was hypothyroid when they ran my blood work for surgery. And now my tumor is gone. And I felt great after that, because after they took my tumor out, I was all skinny and I was like, oh, this is great. I feel like a brand new human. And then once I, wasn't starving myself, the hypothyroid stuff kicked in. So, okay. Yes, it was impressive. I still have pictures of my CT scan in my phone to show people because no one believes me how crazy it is. And I would show you guys if I wasn't filming on my phone. But oh golly, I still don't even feel like that's real, like what happened. Like that was just a really weird, strange ordeal. I'm glad it's over. And yeah, it was weird. So basically it was not cancerous, thankfully. So they basically drained it. It was fluid filled. So they took out like 2.5 liters of fluid. So they basically drained it before they removed it. That way they were able to like take it out of a smaller incision. Not to get all medical and stuff, but I feel you guys would understand that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was ridiculous. But yeah, they took it out, and then they took the ovary it was attached to, and then they took my appendix, because they weren't sure if the appendix was related or not, which ended up not being related, but it's not like I needed my appendix anyway, so I guess I just know for sure I won't have to deal with appendicitis at any time because it's already gone. And I think cystadenomas run in my family too, but not to that extent. None of my family members have ever had one like that. And I'm really hoping I never have to deal with that again. They said there is a possibility that it happens on the other ovary too, but that the chances were small. And I was like, if I have to go through that again, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. I'm glad he's all right. I was stressing out when they told me there's a possibility of it being cancerous, and I was like 26 at the time. It's one of those, like, cancer is one of those things where you just feel like it could never happen to you until it does, and it changes your whole life, you know? Because there was a moment where there was a time where I had to, like, oh my gosh, if this is, like, what am I gonna do? So I feel very blessed that it wasn't, but that's, it's just never easy. Okay, I am really liking how this is looking, by the way, so thank you for the suggestion. I could gut, but you know, I'm not gonna do that to you guys on a live. We're trying to just bang through this. I have doubles of these papers if I need more. So, guys, went off on a tangent there, sorry. We need lighter subject matter. We're talking about too many heavy things. Okay, let me mat this one. And then I just have the stripe pattern to do. And I really like how this is looking. Glue this down. I don't know embellishment-wise what I'm gonna do, but I definitely want to, I need to try to use the leftovers from this kit, because that's the whole point of this extra layout. Because part of me, since I pulled this stuff out, just wants to play with the freckled fawn stuff. Your 22-pound cat is snoring. Damn. That's hysterical. What kind of cat do you have? We had a couple Maine Coons come into the hospital the other day, and they were something else. They were only 6 months old, and they were almost 20 pounds. I still appreciate it, fam. You can always talk about cats. It's always going to be a welcome subject. I think I'm going to have it layered like this. And now I need to layer my striped bits. And I think these scraps will do. Perfect. You hang mistletoe year round. I love that. Is that like I know mistletoe is a plant, but I never thought, I've never seen mistletoe like to even be able to buy or decorate with. Okay. 8 3/4. Let's get this stuff glued down. We're almost done. You have two, MC and Lady. Grind it, is that how you say it? And they sleep with you. I love that. My cat was a barn cat at the barn that me and my sister used to ride at. A neighbor's cat came and had her kittens and then just left them. And I think she was a kitten herself. But anyways, me and my sister each took a cat, the two that we could find. I knew there were more, but we only found two. And so they're really attached to each other. So when I moved out, I couldn't take her with me because she is a very particular cat, and if you upset her, she would start peeing and behaviorally urinating inappropriately. And I did not want to deal with that in my new house. So my sister thankfully was okay keeping her. That way she could stay with her friend. She's happy as long as they're together. And she doesn't like being an only cat. She will just scream. She'll just scream until she finds one of her friends. So when I did have her at my house for a little while, nobody slept all night. All night she was screaming. You could hear her across the house. So I couldn't even lock her in like a room across from the house because you could just hear her screaming no matter what. So she just stays with my sister. I visit my sister enough where I still get to see her and everything. So it worked out. He's 10. I love people that adopt senior animals. I just love you. And he's indoor now. He's probably living his best life. You move his couch to the bed when necessary. Love it. It's weird not gutting. I'm really trying not to. I understand watching a live and like this is already annoying enough to have to watch because I can't find my glue dispenser. I know where it is, but it's such a habit for me just to use my double-sided tape. But I don't want to also put you through having to watch me gut. This isn't for how to kill a kit with style anyways, so I don't have to like stretch supplies because this wasn't a full kit anyways. I'm just glad I'm using it up. I was honestly worried this freckle fawn stuff would sit in my stash for a while. So I am very happy that we're just diving into it. Look at it. Okay. I like it on the side here, or I like it in the middle. I think I want it more to the left though. This visually looks, I like spatially how there's like equal spacing here between all the layers. You rescued 2 from Texas. And your niece helps feral cats. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, I like the black frame idea. So now I have to actually do the hard part and think about designing and stuff because I didn't. That's as far as I got. It's like 3 leaves glued together here, and I feel like I'm gonna rip them if I try to pull them apart. Ah! Don't tear. I shouldn't be doing this now. I should just, I'm gonna wait. That's not a priority right now. Sorry. I have plenty to use. So let me move some stuff so I can prioritize what I want to use here. Plenty of chipboard bits. And then I have the stuff I'm trying to actually use from the kit that we've been messing with. I'm just so excited about this freckled fawn stuff. I just want to like ditch the kit we've been using and play with that. Oh, he was fighting all the other cat ladies at the breeder. Yep, so you had to save her from being put down. Yeah, that's my boss. Anyone who doesn't know, I'm a veterinary technician. I'm pretty sure all you guys already knew that though. But that's pretty much how we get most of our animals. Like my boss, every single one of his animals he got because someone brought them in to be euthanized for something that was fixable. So he just had them sign them over and he kept them. I feel like that's usually what happens. I might use this journaling piece just as a banner like that, like matte this in black too. I like having a different, like not blocky detail come out to the side. And then I can kind of build something. We were gonna use, oh you guys, I'm already getting so distracted. We were gonna use photo corners, but I don't know if we're doing yellow on here or not. I kind of like the monochromatic pinks and purples. Oh no, we didn't use the yellow. I can check the other pages when we're done and see if I want to add anything. I might try to stick to this color scheme though. I kind of like sticking with this color palette. But we have black, gray, and pink labels I can use. I could use this little Here Comes the Bride tab. I don't know, I could use, would it be weird to use this Hello Love thing on here? Because it's kind of pointing towards my sister and I don't know if that's weird or not, but she could be talking like to her kids. The Excedrin is for headaches, yeah. Do you need anything else?
I don't know.
Okay. Marcus had a rough night last night. He stayed up way too late playing with his friends. So he's still dealing with the consequences of that. Yes, Colleen, I'm like one of the only people at my animal hospital that doesn't have a bunch of animals. But my perspective is like I'm working all day. Like I don't want to have to come home and then feel like I'm working still. So I'm very much like I want my one animal that I spoil and is my child, and that's all I want at home. So right now we have Franklin, and then we'll be getting another dog eventually.
I'm sorry. I'll take 1 or 2.
Take 2 if it's bad. Yeah. Oh, poor man. He's not a youngin' anymore, guys. We're not 20 anymore. You can't get away with it. I'm gonna mat this banner in black and because I think I need that definition, and then I think we'll be good. 2 dozen tarantulas and a snake. He can safely take 3. And I'll tell him that. He sounds like he needs it. He sounds rough. The lady said you could safely take 3. All right. Hopefully I'm not being too loud for him, but I feel like he would tell me if I was being loud. Okay. Let's mat this banner. I'm pleasantly surprised on how efficient we're being with this page too, because I thought this would be longer. That's a good idea too. I think once we finish this page, I might have to go get him some Gatorade. Water before bed on those nights. Yep. I mean, I got home last night. I left my sister's at like 1 o'clock, and I came home and went straight to bed. And he was still up, and he was probably up for hours after I was, so. I feel like he was up until like 5 a.m. probably, which I can't remember the last time he did that. He usually goes to bed at like 9 o'clock every night, so. Gatorade and water. Yeah, after we finish this page, I'll probably make a grocery run and get some stuff. I like the banner. This is supposed to be white, but I think it's been in my stash for so long, it started to age a little bit and is looking more cream. So I think it looks really good with these colors because they're kind of more muted. Okay. Yes, I'm doing the banner. I'm glad we got the banner used up. I'm still really impressed we're getting through this many pages. I thought for sure I'd get through like 1 more page and be like, okay, well, we'll do a part 3 live tomorrow. Okay. I want to pop this up on some foam, I think. Foam for everything. Thank you. I am really excited about it. Just the fact, like the color, the freckle fawn stuff is working out good, and getting leftovers used up. Okay. I think I might still have one of those revive things, like those, it's like electrolytes you mix into water. I might still have one of those he can have, if he can keep it down. I don't know, well, they probably don't have their Black Friday sale anymore, but I definitely take advantage of them on their Black Friday sale. Because they have like grab bags of enamel dots, which I really like, and grab bags of the alphas. And I got a grab bag of wood veneer. It's pretty good. I mentioned this yesterday, but I did film an unboxing of all the Black Friday goodies I got, so you'll see this then. Of course, this is going up before that, so everyone's gonna see this Freckled Fawn stuff ahead of time, but I did get some Felicity Jane stuff again, so we'll see. Did you guys ever say if this looked weird or not? Half circles might look nice with the circle bit and the sentiment to add around elements and soften edges. That is true. It is looking very blocky, which I think is part of the look, but I could definitely like add some of these circular bits to break stuff up. I don't know if I want to pull in that color or not. I have these labels I need to use too. Maybe this black one. I don't know if I need the black label with all the other black that's going on. I also have this black frame I could use, but I don't know if that's just gonna make it look too boxy. There's a lot of corners going on already, and that just made me go cross-eyed there for a minute. Could put wood pieces on here too. I definitely could. I was hoping I would get a lot more of this stuff used up from the kit we've been using, and I think I'm just so sidetracked by my Freckled Fawn stuff now. Oh, I definitely want to use this I Love Us. Maybe. I don't want to, oh gosh. I definitely want to use this somewhere. I could pull in some blue. Like there are some blue pieces in here, so I could pull in some blue stuff. Where's that heart I just had? I just had it. What did I do with it? Oh my goodness. I just had it. Oh, here it is. I don't know if I want to introduce blue. If I introduce blue, I think it's going to make me pull from more Freckled Fawn stuff, and I really do want to focus on the Simple Stories goodies. Purple scrap on the top left, and use a note. Ooh, yeah. Do I have a purple scrap? I mean, I can definitely pull in some blue. I think maybe I need to pull in blue in order to get some more stuff used up, because I could do a notebook edge punch on that and then pull in some of this stuff. Is this reading positively to anybody? Just gonna start sticking down a bunch of stuff until we figure out what looks good. Maybe. Just gonna. Is this working? Okay. I need to stop myself too before I go too far. I really want to use this one. Maybe I pop it up here. Does it look weird cutting into that heart? Okay. Making progress. I struggled for so long doing that, and then we just figured it out in the span of 2 minutes or less. Okay, I'm liking this plan. Good suggestions. I need to glue down the main layers so I can start embellishing, I think. I need to do my notebook edge punch on that. Oh, that part's glued down already. How did that happen? Oh goodness, hang on. I accidentally stuck down some part of it, so I'm gonna have to do this really weird. I like how this is looking though. You definitely need to do these more often because I've never been this productive scrapbooking in a day. Like, I can't remember the last time, so this has been fun. Let's see if this is good enough to stick it down. Then I'll do my punch. I think that'll be my next step. Okay. Notebook edge punch. Let me clean up the sides of this. And do my notebook edge punch. This collection, I'm so surprised how well it's going with this one. Okay, everyone's in agreement, it seems, so we'll see. I'm gonna try not to go overboard, but I do want to try to get a good bit of this stuff used up. Okay. I do, now that we're adding some more of this bluey green, I actually really like the contrast. It's fun doing monochromatic pages and I love them, but I think the blue looks really good being added in. I know. I don't know the last time I've been this productive. This has been so helpful doing the live. I thought I would scrapbook slower, like yesterday, by being distracted, but this was up here, wasn't it? Yes, it was up here. Okay. I'm gonna have it overlap just for a little bit of interest here. Having that kind of different shape break up all of the corners. And then I'm going to glue this stuff down. Like I said yesterday, I have 3 more of these Simple Stories page kits that I think will be really easy for me to use on lives. So I'm definitely okay doing more of these, but 2 of those 3 are Christmassy. So obviously those I'm not gonna be able to use for a while because I'm nowhere near scrapbooking Christmas. But I have one that I think is pretty versatile that I can probably use whenever. So, ooh, you make cookies? I want some cookies. I actually have, oh, well, you know, I probably shouldn't cook anything while Marcus is feeling nauseous. I don't want, as good as cookies smell, I feel like when you have a migraine, any smell is triggering. But now you have me wanting cookies. If I have to go to the store to get him Gatorade, I might as well maybe I'll just pick something up for me. Okay, label, heart, I love us. Do I want to pop this up on foam? Yes. Why do I even ask? Just pop it up on foam. The banner's a bit offset. Banner, this one. Yes, it is. Thank you. That would have bothered me after the fact. Some of that I don't see from my angle until I like look at the video from top down. Please don't tear my paper. Please don't tear my paper. Okay. Is that even? It looks better anyways. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's get this down. And then I need to do the cluster over here. And then I can see if there's any other embellishment I want to get down. I still have the puffy hearts and enamel dots to use too. Oh. Okay. Yay, I love it. Let's get this little heart up here used. Ooh, do I want the heart off to the side like that? I think I like that better than it being over here. It helps break up some of the background space. I really feel like this is unnecessary, but I think I'm gonna leave it. Just, I want it used up. I think it's nice having some more black. Okay. Let's get the little heart down. Okay, you agree too. Cool. Oh, I need it not right next to a dot though. There we go. Cool. Okay, now I need to focus on this corner. Oh, or I have the colored one. No, because that size is too similar to this size. I need to keep it down here. Okay. Need to glue down the label and the dove. I guess I didn't need the leaves on this one. I mean, they're really cool texturally, but I don't know if I want to throw another thing in the mix. I'll definitely get at least one more page out of this freckled fawn stuff, so hopefully I'll use this. I might just have to see if I can order another paper pack in order to get this embellishment used, unless I can find another collection that it coordinates with. Okay. I'm gonna have you there and my label. Okay. Please don't tear. Oh no. Getting ahead of myself by sticking things down, and then I'm getting into trouble when I want to move stuff. Come on, foam dot. Come on. Ooh. I'm trying not to tear everything. But I really want to get all these labels too. Okay. And then I think I'll do the same thing, and I'll have the heart off to the side. I like it. Are there any other embellishments like here I should use, or you think we're good to go to the enamel dots? I love the font that they have too. Like, these are so cute. The problem is I want to use all of these on this one page, and I need to rein it in a little bit. Okay. My house is too quiet now that Marcus is trying to sleep. I was hearing him in the background and it was comforting, and now it's too quiet. Okay. We good to go to enamel dots now? Do I want any of these puffy hearts? I feel like these pink ones could be cute, but I don't know. Thank you. Honestly, I'm impressed with myself that I'm making it look this easy, because I did not think I'd be able to scrap a page live without a guide. I love these pink puffy hearts, but I don't know if I want to stick to my little enamel dots, because these are the ones I've been using. Do that one and this one. And then just using all sorts of different colors on this one. Do I need other things? I don't really feel like these enamel dots go. I think these little hearts are kind of all it needed. Oh no. These are not wanting to stick. I do have black Nuvo drops. I don't know if that would compete with these little hearts though. I kind of like these hearts being the finishing touch. Would love that scallop bit. It looked nice under the edge of the photo. Scallopy bit, scallopy bit. This scallopy bit. Or another scallopy bit. Like under here. I didn't even think about using this. I should have got this one used up on this page. Can we throw this on here? Would that look... Can we do this? Is this what you're talking about? I like this. Does it add too much though? Is it too distracting? Let me just see if I can shove it up or under here so we can actually get a good visual of what it would actually look like. I would love if we could get this piece used up. Go up to the side on the left. My brain is not braining. Oh, you like take this up the side? Is that what you meant? Let me shove it under here and just see what it looks like. Because I like this idea if it's gonna look okay. I feel like I have to try it so I actually can actually get a visual. Oh, come on. I really like scallops. I'm really weird about scallops like being in this orientation is the only thing. So I don't know if it would weird me out having it run up the side. I've done that before though, so I don't know why I wouldn't. Do we like the scallop or should I leave it off? The tone is really close to this, so I'm worried it's like blending in. But I wish I would have thought about this ahead of time because I would have loved to get this on this page somehow. I could have it running over the top of everything. I don't know. Do I like it? Do you like it? I'm kind of cutting off their shoes. Does it look weird if I cut their feet off with this? I don't know. I don't know if I should ink it in black too if I am going to use it. Because everything has that black edge. And I don't know if it would look weird having something that doesn't have a black edge running across the page. This is without. I mean, I'm okay with it without. And then we still have enough. I could probably attempt another page with all these leftovers, but I definitely wouldn't be doing that today. I think I'm done after this one. Are we gonna leave it like this? I think I might leave it like this. I don't know. I'm really happy with everything we got done and used up. Let me pull everything else out and we can just see. I can always add stuff to the other pages too, now that we have stuff left over. Could use it under the flower paper. Oh, you mean like have it run underneath? Hang on, before I grab these. Ah, I'm dropping stuff. Like here. That? I could definitely use it there. Yeah, because that doesn't cut off their feet. Should I ink it in black or something? I can mat it in black, but then that means I have to fussy cut all of these scallops, which I think would look really cool. It's just going to take me a minute to get that together. I can do it though. I'm down. You guys want to try it? Mat it in black and fussy cut the scallop so it also has a black edge. Let's try it. I really do want to get used up on this one, but I think the only way it's going to make my eye happy is if it also has a black mat like everything else. So let me just do that really quick. Do I have a black scrap? I'd be really surprised if I didn't have a black scrap. Ta-da. Okay, well, let me just go ahead and glue this and then we'll fussy cut and we'll see what it looks like. I'd be really happy if this works. I think it'll be a really cool addition. And I think the scallops will help break up all of the angles because we have the notebook edge punch up here and then we'll have the scallops along the bottom. And I also think that will help it tie into the other pages. Yes, I like this plan. See if I can mat this straight. And now you have to watch me fussy cut scallops. I apologize. Hopefully I don't mess them up. This never takes as long as I expect it to take though. I always expect this to take an hour and then it just takes a couple minutes. They don't have to be perfect, but as long as they're semi-uniform and they don't distract in a negative way, I think we're fine. Okay. Alrighty. We were supposed to be doing home renovations today, but considering how Marcus looks, I think that's just gonna have to wait until next weekend. I don't think it's happening today. All right. I was hoping by the time I was done with the live, he'd have the washing machine and drying machine out of the room so I could do all the actual renovation stuff, but I am not gonna make him do that with how he's feeling right now. Okay, doing it. Smooth scallops. I can do this. Felicity Jane has trained me to fussy cut scallops. Oh, I can do it. They're definitely not looking perfect, but it's okay. I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything yet today, so I'm going to eat after this. I'm gonna go pick up Gatorade and eat something that will not stink up the house and hurt his head. You guys, I'm so happy you guys could hang out with me today, for real. This has been so fun. I'm always so worried when I do lives, and I don't know why, because you guys always make it so much fun. Okay, got this. Almost done. But, okay. Moment of truth. Oh, I love it. Good job, you guys. This is very true, Karina. It's not going anywhere. I'm just getting antsy because we started it a year ago and have done nothing for 11 months. So I was just really hoping now that all of our supplies has arrived, we could just knock it out this weekend, but it's, yeah, it'll be there next weekend. It'll be fine. Love the black mat around the scallop. It makes it go more. You guys are talking about football. All that stuff goes over my head. Okay. Are we done? I love that addition. Good job, guys. I think we're done. I really don't feel like I need a title or journaling because it's going around everything, but we got this. Yes, I love the black too. I think we're done. We were so productive today. Okay, so let's just go through everything really quick. that was our bonus page. I did not think we were gonna get to. This is layout 3 and 4. It definitely does look complete. Like I was thinking this was not enough, but it is enough when you look at the double. And then this is the page from yesterday and the first page from today. I love them all. I really do. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This was amazing. You guys really make me want to do more lives. Okay, I have to do a Gatorade run for Marcus. I need to get myself some food, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and helping me with these pages. This is about the amount I scrap in 2 weeks, so the fact that we did this in a couple hours together is amazing. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a good holiday season. Bye.